What if a single painting could unveil the destiny of your soul? Imagine standing before a canvas where heaven, hell, and the human struggle collide in a whirlwind of divine judgment. A vision so profound it has haunted minds for centuries. Hieronymus Bosch's The Last Judgment, a 15th-century triptych, is not just a work of art. It is a mystical mirror reflecting the eternal battle between light and shadow within us all. This masterpiece, drenched in esoteric symbolism, challenges us to confront our deepest fears and highest aspirations. In this video, we'll unravel the hidden meanings woven into Bosch's apocalyptic vision, exploring its roots in ancient spiritual traditions and its startling relevance to your life today. From the celestial harmony of paradise to the grotesque torments of damnation, we'll decode the triptych's cryptic messages and reveal practical techniques to align your soul with the divine order it portrays. Prepare to journey through a painting that doesn't just depict the end of the world, it offers a roadmap to transcend it. Join us as we unveil the most meaningful painting in the world and discover how its ancient wisdom can awaken your spiritual potential. Picture a world teetering on the edge of chaos, where plague, war, and divine judgment loomed over every soul. In the late 15th century, Hieronymus Bosch painted The Last Judgment amidst a Europe gripped by fear of the apocalypse, a time when the Church's warnings of eternal retribution echoed in every cathedral. This triptych, created around 1482, emerged from a deeply spiritual and esoteric undercurrent, blending Christian theology with the mystical threads of alchemy, Gnosticism, and medieval mysticism. Bosch, a visionary artist from the Netherlands, was no mere painter. He was a seer, channeling the unseen forces that govern existence into a work that transcends time. His triptych, a 3-panel masterpiece, depicts the final reckoning of humanity, but its roots stretch far beyond the Christian narrative, tapping into ancient wisdom that speaks to the universal quest for meaning. In the medieval mind, The Last Judgment was not just a biblical event, but a cosmic mirror, reflecting the soul's journey through temptation, redemption, and transcendence. Bosch drew inspiration from texts like the Book of Revelation and the Dies Irae, which describe the end of days in vivid, terrifying detail. Yet, his work also echoes the Hermetic principle of as above, so below, suggesting that the external judgment depicted in the painting mirrors an internal reckoning within each of us. The triptych's left panel, showing Eden's creation, nods to the purity of the soul's origin, while the central panel's chaotic judgment reveals the consequences of human choices. The right panel, a nightmarish vision of hell, draws from Dante's Inferno and alchemical imagery. Bosch's era was steeped in esoteric traditions, from the Cathar's dualistic view of good versus evil to the alchemist's pursuit of spiritual transformation. His triptych serves as a visual treatise, warning that every action ripples through the cosmos, shaping our eternal fate. By weaving these ancient philosophies into his art, Bosch invites us to see The Last Judgment, not as a distant event, but as a present reality, a call to align our lives with divine harmony before the final hour strikes. This painting, then, is more than a religious artifact. It is a mystical blueprint, guiding us through the spiritual battlefield of existence toward enlightenment. Step into the left panel of Hieronymus Bosch's The Last Judgment, where the cosmic drama of creation and rebellion unfolds in a celestial storm. This panel, a swirling tapestry of divine order, captures the moment when the heavens themselves were forged and the seeds of chaos were sown. At its apex, we see the fall of the rebel angels, a celestial battle where radiant angelic forms cast out their darkened kin, plummeting like stars from a divine firmament. Bosch paints these fallen angels as grotesque, insect-like creatures, their wings tattered, their forms twisted by pride. This imagery, drawn from the Book of Revelation, is no mere biblical scene. It's an esoteric warning of the soul's potential to stray from divine harmony, a mirror of the inner rebellion we all face when ego overshadows spirit. Below this cosmic upheaval, Bosch depicts the creation of the world across a series of crystalline spheres, each glowing with a faint, otherworldly light. These orbs, layered like the layers of a mystic's vision, reflect the hermetic principle of divine order emerging from chaos. The landscapes within them, barren yet pregnant with potential, hint at the alchemical process of creation, where the raw materia of existence is shaped by divine will. Yet even here, Bosch weaves subtle shadows. The jagged forms of mountains and the murky waters suggest a world not yet perfected, teetering on the edge of order and disorder. The cryptic symbols scattered across the panel, half-formed creatures and ethereal lights, evoke the medieval alchemist's quest to transmute base elements into divine essence, reminding us that creation is not static, but a dynamic struggle. Bosch's left panel is a mystical blueprint of beginnings, where the divine spark battles the shadow of rebellion. Every stroke, from the radiant angels to the chaotic forms of the fallen, asks, how do you maintain your soul's alignment with the divine amidst the temptations of pride? As we move to the next panel, the consequences of that struggle erupt into the chaos of Judgment Day. Now we step into the heart of Bosch's The Last Judgment, the central panel, where the world is laid bare under the unflinching gaze of divine reckoning. This chaotic tableau is a cosmic courtroom where every soul faces the consequences of its earthly choices. At the top, Christ sits enthroned in a radiant mandorla, his presence a beacon of divine justice, surrounded by angels sounding trumpets that shatter the illusion of time. Below, the earth erupts in a surreal maelstrom of human struggle, where Bosch's imagination unfurls a tapestry of moral and spiritual truths. The scene is a kaleidoscope of salvation and damnation, painted with such visceral intensity that it feels like the pulse of existence itself, raw, unyielding, and alive with hidden meaning. Look closely at the figures. Humanity is caught in a dance of fate. Some are lifted toward the heavens by radiant beings, their faces serene, as if their souls have aligned with the divine order. Others are dragged downward by grotesque demons, hybrids of beast and machine, their forms a chilling metaphor for the distortions of unchecked desire. These creatures, with their insect-like limbs and molten eyes, embody the alchemical concept of nigredo, the dark phase of transformation where the soul confronts its shadow. Bosch scatters esoteric symbols throughout. A burning city in the distance mirrors the inner fires of purification, while broken wheels and shattered instruments hint at the collapse of material pursuits. A lone figure, pierced by arrows, symbolizes the martyr's sacrifice, but also the piercing truth of self-awareness that judgment demands. The central panel is a mirror of your own life's choices, a reminder that every thought and action ripples through the cosmos. Bosch draws from Gnostic and Hermetic traditions, suggesting that judgment is not merely divine punishment, but a moment of revelation where the soul sees itself clearly for the first time. The chaos here is not random, it's a structured chaos, a divine equation balancing free will and cosmic law. As we move to the final panel, brace yourself for a vision that plunges deeper into the abyss where the consequences of misalignment are laid bare in terrifying clarity. We now descend into the right panel of Bosch's The Last Judgment, a chilling abyss where the soul's defiance of divine order burns in an eternal inferno. This panel unfolds as a cavernous nightmare, its jagged, flame-scorched walls rising like the jaws of a forsaken realm, illuminated by a sickly orange glow that pulses with the weight of damnation. At its heart, a towering, monstrous figure, part demon, part throne, looms, its dark form crowned with horns and wreathed in smoke, presiding over the tormented masses below. Naked souls writhe in agony, pierced by spears and ensnared by serpentine creatures, their suffering a vivid testament to the wages of sin. Above, a dark sky churns with apocalyptic fury, as if the heavens themselves reject this fallen world. Peer deeper into the chaos. A figure engulfed in flames clutches at the air, its despair a mirror of lust, consumed by its own fire, while another is impaled on a stake, a stark symbol of pride's piercing downfall. Strange, hybrid beasts, winged demons with clawed feet and bird-like heads, flit through the scene, their forms a grotesque alchemy of nature and nightmare, hinting at the corruption of the soul's divine essence. A broken bridge spans the fiery chasm, its collapse a metaphor for the severed connection to salvation, while skeletal remains and scattered weapons litter the ground, whispering of battles lost to earthly temptations. The air is thick with cryptic sigils, etched as if by unseen hands, suggesting a Gnostic truth. This hell is a state of spiritual blindness, a crucible where the soul may yet awaken. Bosch's vision here is a profound warning, each detail a thread in a tapestry of esoteric wisdom. The right panel reflects your own inner landscape, where unchecked desires and fears forge chains of torment. Yet within this darkness, a subtle invitation lingers, redemption through self-awareness and alignment with the divine. This hell is not an end, but a transformation's shadow, urging you to rise from the ashes of your mistakes before the final judgment seals your fate. As we stand before Bosch's The Last Judgment, its 3 panels unfold like a sacred scroll, revealing the arc of the soul's journey through creation, reckoning, and consequence. Let us weave together their threads to uncover the singular truth Bosch wove into this masterpiece, a truth that speaks to the eternal dance of light and shadow within us all. The left panel, Eden, is a shimmering vision of origins, where the divine spark births humanity in a garden of cosmic harmony. Its lush landscapes and cryptic symbols, like the owl and the fountain of life, whisper of the soul's pristine potential, yet hint at the fragility of free will, where the seeds of temptation take root. This panel is the soul's dawn, a reminder of the purity we carry before choice shapes our path. The central panel, the judgment, is the crucible of existence, a chaotic tableau where Christ's radiant presence oversees the sorting of souls. Here Bosch paints a world in upheaval, with angels lifting the aligned and demons dragging the wayward into shadow. The burning cities and broken wheels reflect the hermetic principle of cause and effect, showing that every action ripples through the cosmos. This panel is the soul's mirror, revealing the consequences of our choices in a moment of divine clarity, where the balance of light and dark within us is weighed. It's a call to awaken, to align with the divine order before the final reckoning. The right panel, hell, is the abyss where misalignment manifests as torment. Its grotesque demons and tailored punishments, gluttons force-fed, misers boiled in gold, illustrate the alchemical nigredo, the dark night, where the soul confronts its shadows. Yet the faint glow of embers and the tree man's hollow gaze suggest that even here, transformation is possible. This panel is the soul's crucible, a warning that unchecked desires create a self-inflicted prison, but also a reminder that the divine spark endures, awaiting reclamation. Bosch's singular conclusion, woven through these panels, is a mystical blueprint for the soul's evolution. Life is a journey from divine origin to divine reckoning, where our choices shape our spiritual destiny. Drawing from Christian, Gnostic, and alchemical traditions, Bosch reveals that judgment is not a distant event, but an ongoing process within us. The triptych is a cosmic mirror, reflecting the interplay of free will and divine law. Eden shows our potential for purity, judgment demands accountability, and hell warns of the cost of straying, yet all three point to the possibility of transcendence. Bosch's painting is a call to align with the divine spark, to choose wisdom over illusion, and to transform the shadow into light. By seeing the triptych, to apply this wisdom, begin by reflecting daily on your choices, asking, does this action align with my highest self? Meditate on the symbols of the triptych, visualize Eden's purity, judgment's clarity, and hell's lessons to anchor your intentions. Journal about moments when you've strayed and how you can realign, using the painting's imagery as a guide. By embracing this practice, you'll cultivate a life of purpose, moving closer to the divine order Bosch invites us to embody.